I was going to wait for a whole nother hour, but we got time today. Okay. So now we at the client's place. I just did some content. So we're done with that. Y'all, within the last hour since I left the car and came into the client's domain, which you guys will be able to see, there's yachts and boats and stuff all around here, right? One thing I will let y'all know is that it doesn't take much to create content. I came in, this wasn't even a half hour ago after I left the Whole Foods, walked in here, got 3 different pieces of content done. It doesn't take much. So I wanted to come live again because, we're in Black Business Promotion Month. I want y'all to promote your Black-owned business. Okay. So I'm going to keep coming live. Can y'all hear me? Let me put this on here. So we're going to go live pretty much every day for the rest of the month. All right. I want you guys to make sure that you promote your Black-owned business. I am the reminder for y'all every day this month because we don't do it enough. I know this because as a business coach, I've coached so many individuals who are us, and that is exactly what we do. We love to help, we love to support, we love to give. Like, we're just such a great community of people, right? But when it comes down to business, guys, that is a profitable measure. Business is not meant to be started just for passion, it's meant to make money. And so I'm encouraging us all this month, right, to not put the passion so much into the business more than we're putting the purpose of what we're doing, which is you're solving a problem for people. So when you promote your business, you're solving a problem for people. If you started a business to do anything else, then that may be why it's frustrating, right? So I'm always educating people on this because I want y'all to be frustrated. I want you guys to get to your goals. I can tell y'all I've been through enough frustration for y'all, so y'all don't have to go through it if you don't want to. So promoting your business, and this is what I want you guys to do while you're here. When you slide through this live stream or through this replay, I want you guys to put in the chat your actual business. AJW promoted his the last live earlier. Hey Archie. Um, hey B Merspain, if you have a business, drop it in the comments here. This way, when I shout you out, because when you drop it in the comments, I'm going to shout it out. That way, people can hear it on the live. They can see it in the comments. And then when we actually replay it, we'll be able to promote your business again. So the goal is for this month to get as many people that have a Black-owned business, hashtag Black-owned business, to promote. Okay. And the reason I'm doing this mostly is because we're not doing it as much as we need to. Okay. I was talking about this earlier in the live where I made several phone calls to do some market research. And basically, I called businesses to see if they were Black owned. And because on the website it says hashtag Black owned, when you go to their Yelp pages and Google pages, right, it says hashtag Black owned. But when I called the stores, they were not Black owned. And so I'm telling you guys to start utilizing this as a marketing strategy more than you are thinking about it as a personal experience. Okay. All right. So that's number one. Okay. So I wanted to make sure that while I was out here, and I'm doing some updates to the website so you guys can see that. That's always something I want you guys to be a part of, is whenever I'm doing updates, behind the scenes stuff, you guys can actually see what that looks like. And as I'm promoting Black owned, right, when y'all see me using certain things, like when y'all see me using things for my skin, things for my body, I'm using majority Black owned. Like when I actually use products and services, I'm always looking to invest in Black owned businesses. So if you're not talking about your business and people don't know about it as much, then how are people like me going to find you? Can't find you if you're not talking about your Black-owned business. And listen, if it's every day, talk about it every day. Talk about your Black-owned business every day. Um, and I don't know if this is something that we need to do on this live stream to practice in real time, but even as I'm supporting, like I was just talking with my interns that just graduated this last um, session, and I was telling them how I really want to make sure that we are zoning into where people's pain points are, because people are having lots of pain. Like, I mean, business is never going to let up. Okay, it's not going to be like, oh, I give you a pass today. It's going to always give you some level of challenge that's going to make you question: do you want the business? You're going to actually run into those challenges, if not every day, maybe every other day. So the goal is never to say, oh, the business is hard or give up or anything. It's not that, because it's going to give you challenges so that you can overcome them. Hey, Britton, welcome. Written Red, welcome. Drop your black owned business if you have a black owned business. I would love to get to know what that is. Okay. And y'all don't be shy. Like, drop your black owned business. There's too many people out here with businesses that are hashtag black owned that are not black owned. And so I want you as a small business owner to start putting yourself out there so that people that are really hashtag black owned can really be seen. And I want to give y'all an example, right? Because let me pull up. Okay, I tell y'all what. I'm going to go to Google right now. So let me go to Google right now. Let me see. I'm going to go to Google right now. And I'm going to say on Google, no, or Gemini rather, right? Either way. But I'm going to ask it to pull up all the black owned businesses in my area, and I'm going to put in a zip code, okay? So I just told it to pull up all the black owned businesses in my area. And this is why I'm telling y'all: promote your business, promote your business, promote your business. Because a lot of black owned businesses are still growing in a space where they're trying to understand how to get at the forefront of their business, right? Let alone how to be marketable, how to be promoted. Like, all these things come after you understand, like, what avenues do I need to go, what groups and what spaces do I need to be in, so that when I say I'm a black owned business, because hashtag this is okay, um, Black Business Month, if I want to be a black owned business and highlight it throughout months like these, and highlight it throughout the times where I need to be highlighted, and this is pretty much a lot of people's problem, is that they don't feel like these actual hashtag black owned business, hashtag this, or black owned business month, they don't feel like they're being celebrated on those months. Because the truth is, a lot of these big brands, right? Big brands, they're utilizing that as a marketing avenue. They're utilizing hashtags like black owned and Black Business Month and stuff like that. So if they're utilizing these as ways to get more people to buy from their black owned business, right, but they're not actually black owned, then why aren't our black owned businesses using those same hashtags too? Right, when you're posting this month all month long, it should be hashtag black owned business month, hashtag black owned, hashtag all that. Because here's what's the truth is that even though as a black owned business we may kind of feel like, well, that's a personal thing, I shouldn't have to say that, like they should just, they see I'm black owned. They don't. People do not see that you're black owned unless you put it out there. And I know it has a little bit of weirdness to it, because some people told me before, oh, I don't want to say that because that means that some people may not want to support. Listen, if you are a black owned business and you put it out there, and there are people that feel some type of way about that, you essentially don't want them supporting you anyway. And that's the truth. So if you're afraid that if you put hashtag black owned or put black owned label on your business, then that means that you're trying to probably talk to the wrong audience. Because people who actually support what you're doing, people who care, the black owned is just an avenue of marketing for you. But that's not a decision that they'll make because they see that. They're not going to say, I'm not going to support them because they're black owned, because clearly you need what they have. Black owned, hashtag black owned, hashtag label black owned. If you go to Yelp, Yelp has multiple businesses that are black owned. And as I said earlier, when I went to Yelp's page and I went to go look up all these black owned businesses, I called them myself. And when I called them and I said, "Hey, are you black owned?" The answers were no. So if you're seeing online and you're looking for black owned support, and this is a real conversation, guys. Like we talk about this all the time. How can we support our black owned businesses more? Well, by finding out if they're actually black owned by calling and asking, which I'm doing for y'all, okay? And that's why I'm telling for those black owned businesses that are coming in my comments, drop your black owned business. Tell people that you are the actual owner, the operator, the person in it, and that you are black owned, because a lot of businesses that are not black owned are just utilizing the label. I'm telling y'all some stuff because sometimes, if you don't do the research, you won't get this far. But I've done the research for y'all. Okay. Go do it yourself. Go to Yelp. So 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 here's what I want to do. Hold on. So I pulled up these black owned establishments, right? And so one comes up as Dairy's Family Restaurant. So I'm gonna pull them up on my Google. So one thing I do is I always look at what it says. So it's telling me to that black hashtag black owned. So I pulled up, I said, give me a list of black owned restaurants near me. So now that I've seen that there's a black owned restaurant, now I'm gonna come and I'm gonna look at the actual, I'm gonna do my more research, right? So I went and looked it up. So this is what came up. Dairy's Family Restaurant, and it has soul food, right? It has soul food. All right, so I'm gonna keep going. So let me go look at the actual images. Okay. I might have to go here this week, y'all, because this food look good. Okay, this might be a really real black owned. Okay, so what I'm looking for is the owner of Dairy's Family Restaurant, right? So I'm going to look up the owner. And here's what's so crazy is that the owners of the establishments that I've looked up before, when I went to go look up some of the owners that said they were black owned, they weren't owned by anyone. They didn't even have a name attached to the ownership. They were just basically owned by a an investment group. I thought that was very interesting. So let's see. So what I'm looking for, guys, is I'm looking for the owners. Yes. Oh wait, hold on. We got another boat coming in, guys. I gotta get content real quick. Shoot. I'm talking to y'all and I'm supposed to be doing my content. Okay. Sounds good. And y'all shout out to Launched Industrial. If you guys need training in areas of, you know, uh, docking, boating, maintenance, anything in the marine safety arenas, we actually have a client out here that specializes in training anyone to do this type of stuff. So, working this type of equipment, if you guys need some support with that, I'm just here with my clients, seeing how they work, and we're doing a content day. That is a big machine, bro. Good lord. Tires are as big as me. Oh my god, look how big these tires are. Wow. I'm gonna have to pull this video. I don't know how it's gonna look, but you're gonna have to forgive me on this one. Y'all just joining me. So basically, under this form of content, I'm not gonna put this video in there, but what my client is doing is he's doing video clips for his website and for his social media. So right now we're just taking full video contents, and then once we pull the content video tonight, we'll be able to put it into about, let's say, like an hour video. Normally we can pull about 50 clips. I know it sounds weird, but that's how many we've taken from an hour video before. So a lot of people need clips to go on their social media for 30 days. We literally can do 50 from an hour's worth of content. So pretty cool. And I guess they're pulling a boat out of the water. So we're gonna watch them do that. Pretty freaking awesome to me. So we saw the machine earlier that put it in the water. Now we're gonna watch the machine that takes it out the water. Prepping the boat. As a matter of fact, shoot, I need my other phone. Y'all walk with me real quick. Don't lift it yet. I need my other camera. No. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Be prepared for stuff like this, y'all. You gotta be prepared for stuff like this. That's why I bring 2, 3, 4, 5 phones sometimes. Jesus. All right, y'all. We gotta come with we gotta do a whole. All right. So, all right. So we didn't get the movement, but at least we got the machinery. We'll do like a still video, slide, and then we're gonna move over. I can't tell if it's looking at the phone or the boat is moving. All right, pretty cool. All right, they're gonna put it on the straps. Yo, this takes real skill. Shout out to Launch Industrial. Okay, doing their thing. Oh shoot, they get it up there. Man, I cannot wait. And then y'all listen, I know we are promoting black-owned businesses. I'm gonna put Launch Industrial down here. There's no website, no social media, nothing yet. But yet it's still we over here with a client, right? I want you guys to reimagine your business success. All right. So what I want to be doing is featuring a actual commercial piece of content that's kind of like a commercial, and it's going to talk to you guys about what happened today. What we did today was just pull in basic content for the brand to introduce the brand to the actual world, part of our marketing campaign. We got the owner here. stepping through, okay? Having a great time with his crew. And even though y'all, like, this is one of those things where you can literally stop working 9 to 5, run a business, do some B2B, stop doing B2C. Okay, you want to do business with customers, that's fine, but do businesses with other businesses. They already have the money, they already have the resources, and they're ready to go most of the time, right? All right, so I think we got enough of that content, and then they're going to lift the boat and then put it back where it belongs. Y'all, this is such a crazy process. Y'all, listen. Okay, I see you, Nisa. I couldn't see it at first. Today is content day, and so they're bringing in boats. They're strapping them up. We got Launch Industrial in the building, just with their well, you see Chuck out there, so he's working it, and then they have their crew out there, and I just watched them put a boat in the water, and now I'm watching them lift the boat out of the water. This is just some content, because content day. And I said last time we had an hour's worth of content. We got about 50 pieces of content. So today we're shooting for the same or more. I want 50 pieces of content. And and also today, guys, what we're doing, and Nisa, I don't know if you came on earlier, but all day I'm hitting the live button. It is Black Business Month. I want people to start normalizing as a Black-owned business, promotions, marketing, all of it, and actually talking about your business every day. Here's the thing. Most of the time when we're complaining about not having our businesses seen or heard, it's because, yeah, we can be talking about our businesses, but how intentional are we sometimes, right? Like, I know you know what I'm talking about, Nice, because we talk about this all the time. But one thing I've noticed is that when we're doing business, even though we're promoting and we're marketing, who are we marketing to? And today I wanted to get some content because our main market for the Launch Industrial, we picked one particular avatar right now, which are marinas. Any company that's a marina. So we're out here doing video from the first marina that we contracted with, and it's especially talking about how the B2B is so much better than B2C. Hey, you want to do a takeaway from this part? Well, you got to be over there to do it, but just basically like the same thing you did last time, right? But because this part was the lifting up, I'm gonna ask you a similar question. All right, y'all, we gotta get a takeaway. Hold on, he over here being boss-o-matic, but I gotta get some content. So we did an intro. We did one takeaway from the loading. You want to do the same spot? Okay. So what just happened there? Okay. Yeah. He's getting good at this. He's getting good at this. Okay, so remember, y'all, it didn't start off like that. He used to get so irritated when I used to say, "Hey, I need to take away." Now, practicing. Nisa, drop your business in the comments. Drop your Black-owned business in the comments. Earlier, we shouted out AJW. AJW basically has a book, author, community supporter. Like, he's super, super awesome, right? And he dropped his information in the last live, and I'm going to put it up. I'm going to actually make a collaboration of my live replays and I'm going to talk about the Black-owned businesses that actually commented in these lives. Okay, so I want you guys, when I say drop your Black-owned business, I'm not saying it because I think it's going to make you $1 million today. I'm saying it because majority of the time we're not doing action steps all the time, whereas we may be missing out on opportunities, right? So and it doesn't have to be fancy. You can just say whatever it is that you do. You can give a call to action. You can give a phone number, or email you want people to reach out to you. Take advantage, right? Take advantage. So yeah, so I want you guys to do that as well. And then I gave 2 resources earlier that I'm going to continue to give to you guys. It's basically the way that I've been getting requests from individuals asking me for those financial resources. So, like, how do I get more funding? How do I actually get my business plan? How do I market myself well? Like, all these areas that people are coming to me for, I literally, majority of the time, about 90% of the time, send them back to the SBA website, Small Business Administration, and they just updated their website, I think yesterday. I looked at it and I was like, when did that change, right? So I think it just updated yesterday. And what you have to do is you actually have to go to the website and you have to go under, and this is the part that people have been asking me about. So I'm telling y'all, because if you come to me tomorrow and say, oh, I don't have any money, I don't know where to get funding, and you complain to me, and I've given this resource, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to send you the video, okay? So the first thing I want you to do, and this is exactly what I just told someone who came to me yesterday, and they were like, I can't afford the coaching. Where do I go? I sent them there. They literally went to score.org and scheduled me to be their mentor for free, okay? So you guys don't ever have to go without. But if you go to SBA.gov today, I want you to start applying for funding. Apply for funding. Go to SBA.gov and apply for funding. And here's the thing, majority of the time, and this is funny to me, this is crazy. Majority of the time when I say this, most people go, okay. And then I ask the next week and they're like, no, I never applied. Why not? Why not? There's nothing wrong with applying and seeing if you qualify, even if the answer is a denial. This is not a credit check where you are actually going in to apply for your personal loan. You're applying for your business. And what you're going to do is you're going to go through an application process you're going to probably stop at some point, and it's going to tell you what you need if you don't have it. So even having it all together is not even a thing. You're not even going to know what you need until you go through that process, right? And so not only am I telling my Black-owned businesses to promote because it's Black Business Month, like it's Black Business Month, promote yourself, put yourself out there, talk about it, because the big businesses that are not Black owned are using that as part of their marketing campaign, and they're taking the money that normally should be going into your pockets and they're putting it in theirs. Okay, so be louder than the bigger brands. All right, and then on top of that, go after the money. Go after the money. Don't make excuses. And here's another thing: when you apply, when you go to SBA, when you apply, when you go and apply as a women-owned certified, and I know people go, what is that? There are actual different avenues of funding that the SBA provides through their lenders, right? SBA does not give you the loan themselves, but they actually have lenders that have money that specifically have money for specific demographics. One of those demographics are women, another one of those demographics are Black owned. If you are both, you get access to even more. Now, if you don't apply, number one, you will never be considered. If you don't apply, you will not know what you actually need. And if you don't apply, then you won't get the money. Okay? So, the first thing I'm going to be doing with the majority of people, okay, no problem. Majority of people is not only encouraging you guys to promote your business, right? All month long. I'm not playing with y'all. All month long, promote your business. But also, I want you to apply. Okay? Apply for funding. Apply for money that is designated for you. And here's what's crazy is I think it comes from a belief system. So I can't help the belief system. I can't help you guys if it's like, I don't believe that. If you don't believe that, then, it doesn't matter. But I will tell you that there's, there's people out there getting the money that is owed to you. An example of that is when the pandemic happened and, they had the CARES Act. And I was one of those people that were funneling Black owned entrepreneurs through that system of getting the PPP and the EVA loan the right way. Okay. And in that process, what I found was not that the money wasn't available. That wasn't it. The money was absolutely available. I got people anywhere from 15,000 all the way up until $50,000, and through those portals, and they were all forgivable loans. So I want to emphasize that I've seen it. The money's there. It's not that. It's just that a lot of times it's misconceptions about the money. It's personal experiences with the money. And if you have actually applied, then you will know what your personal experience is. And maybe that is the thing, right? Your personal experience, maybe I get rejected a lot. Or, I applied one time and they told me I have to have all these things and now I don't want to apply again. And so all these things actually matter, because when I'm coaching individuals, the questions that I'm asking is, well, if you only apply to one place, which is not the same application process or approval process, then why would you let that discourage you from applying with other lenders who may not be as strict, other lenders that may look at your business differently, other lenders that have money readily available for you? That all is a process, that all is work. So I want to encourage you guys to start working on it. Okay. So that's pretty much it. But did y'all drop y'all Black owned businesses? Miracle Moments LLC. Hey, let me put you up there in the top. All right. So make sure you guys follow Miracle Moments LLC. I believe it's miraclemoments.com. Miracle, MIRAKUL. Okay. Not the way you guys usually spell it. And the reason why I want to shout this brand out is because I personally have worked with Miracle Moments. I believe that every moment is your miracle moment when you are in the space of this brand. So our branding is so important, because your brand is not just colors and logos and typography. It don't matter how many colors Miracle Moments uses, it's still gonna feel the same. That brand that has spewed out of Nysa Shepherd, who is the owner, has not only grown to be a heartfelt brand for some people who just don't even know how to use things like AI, don't know how to create imagery for their own businesses, such as branding elements, don't know how to really get themselves, compliant in certain areas. I know she does notaries and, making sure that you guys have your mapping sessions, right? So y'all know what to do and what not to do, right? But it speaks to me about, and this is why I'm talking, as Black owned businesses, y'all, we got so much passion in what we do. Right? We have so much passion in what we do. We literally will give the entire kitchen sink away, right? And so I want this to be a month where you start investing into your local Black owned businesses. And when you go out there and when you go, oh, hashtag Black owned, I'm gonna find a Black owned business to support today. Before you go out to that store and before you start spending your money at that store, I want you to call them and ask them directly first. Okay? Because that's what I've been doing. I'm finding out that even though it says hashtag Black owned and Black owned on Yelp and Google and all that stuff, it's not Black owned. So I want you to guys to go to real Black owned businesses like Miracle Moments, and I want you to go to her website, and she should have all her services there. You guys should be able to see her songs. You should be able to see her mapping sessions. She does notaries. She helps you with your branding. And I believe she added that component of that AI, where she will help you with everything from building your website using AI to actually integrating it in your business. So when you guys go to miraclemoments.com, I want you guys to go ahead and book with her. Buy some stuff. Buy some stuff, right? Invest. And here's this is the hard conversation, because money is emotion, right? That means that if you are, more inclined to spend money on the things that you like that are pleasurable rather than the things that your business needs, then that means that sometimes we're the problem in our business. So that means that you either have to change your mindset around how you spend money, or you're gonna have to remove yourself. I've done that before. So, all right, I think we've done enough. I'm gonna feature Nisa. Thank you so much for putting your business up there, Queen. Want to make sure you get your highlight. If you guys come through and you see me live again and you want to promote your Black-owned business, I want you guys to drop it in the comments so I can support you too. Okay. I'll see y'all later on the flip side. Thank you so much for the love, girl.